Hey, it is the 12th of September, and this is the second time that I am recording this. And the reason it's the second time is because my editor froze on me, and when I closed it out, it deleted it. So I'm going to try and recap what I did. As you can see, I did another purchase right here, and a couple other people did too. But the sad part is I was trying. The sad part is I was trying to get a bank wire through right here, and like last Friday, I did 2 bank wires, and they came through in the same day. This one, I don't know. The bank was totally messing with me or something. First of all, it was a lady that said, "You're my first bank wire, you're my guinea pig." I'm like, oh, that's always a fun thing to hear. And then I called them back, and because they never called me to double, the second call is to verify. They didn't call me, and so I called them back this morning when it was right here. I'm like, come on, guys. They actually told me that they called me, and I have no missed calls or voicemails or anything. And I'm like, well, it's hard to believe, but sure. And so they said, yeah, we'll get it through. And then I hung up again, and then about a couple hours later, I'm just like, so I did that at like 8 o'clock this morning, and then around about noon, I went to the bank to do a deposit, and I asked them, I said, what's going on with my bank wire? It usually comes in by now. So she called, and they said, oh yeah, it's going out right now. I'm like, whatever. So I don't know. That was quite a ball drop there. So I finally got my bank wire into crypto, and was able to make a purchase. And I did it live, but as I've told you, my editor froze, and I couldn't complete that. So anyway, I had, let's see, welcome to we have 14 now, so we have one more joining the herd. Welcome. So with Elephant, I purchased 15,000 more, like 69 BNB, and that popped me up to 257 billion, which is, we went up to 0.05. That's good. And we are looking at $250 billion. That's about as far as I'll go, but that's pretty good. We'll see what comes of that. Futures, we are at $33 with 1,500, almost 1,600 in there. And unlimited, we've got 4 staked, and we got almost 8 million. What I'm going to do is actually put on, speaking of NFTs, I'm going to put on a couple of voicemails, bank teller, and he really, I guess he got a couple of complaints about how slow NFTs are, but he kind of sets us straight. So I'm pretty excited about that. He's he doesn't put up with complaints, I think, with such a great program he's got going on here. This is quite the project. Anyway, he tells it like it is, and he's a little excitable. So I'm gonna just cut it off there. I had other things that I was talking about, but I know that with what happened yesterday, I had to adjust my little parallel column is getting a little more cone-like with these new dips. But with these 2 touches here, it extrapolates out to being touched again. But yeah, that thing was pretty major as far as a dip there. That was good. But of course it shot up way over again. And on Telegram, shout out to this Mike Dre. He actually explains it again to those who are complaining probably. And he just says this is how to read and understand the elephant token, and he goes through some calculations of how to figure out why the price is going up or down. And this time he ends with BNB rug is the culprit again, not elephant cells at all. BNB is responsible for the dip. We have lost 0 ground in the liquidity pools. Carry on. If you see a dip in elephant, do this math first. So definitely do this math first before you complain about what's going on. But I think I'll end it there, and we'll leave it to bank teller to close us off. Talk to you later. All right, bye.
Folks doubled their principal in NFTs in less than 30 days. The value of the NFTs doubled. So NFTs are, and why I use the analogy of New York real estate is that NFTs grow proportional to the size of the community. So if you can imagine the size of the holder bases of the top cryptos, we'll be in the top cryptos long before our holder base catches up. But it's the amount of holders which is going to drive those rounds. 10,000. Every 10,000 holders we get, new holders we get, all they have to want is to own one NFT to generate elephant passively for life, regardless of the price of elephant. That is the value proposition of NFTs. That is the reason why every elephant holder is going to at least want a single NFT. So it is the number of participants, the overall size of our global financial cooperative that determines the ultimate value of the NFTs. And so you get a large amount of long-term value from the price appreciation of your principal on those NFTs. And in addition, the yield paid out will still outperform the 5 to 15% APRs on residential and commercial real estate. So basically, the situation that we have with NFTs is the same situation that we had with Elephant over a year ago. Over a year ago, it's like, oh my God, there's so many elephant. There's 1,000 trillion elephant. That's such a huge number, and each one of these things is worth nothing. I'm going to invest in something else. I'm going to invest in Bitcoin. I'm going to invest in a shitcoin. This elephant, it's not doing anything. Fast forward to today. Look at where elephant is. It's the industry leader, right? Now, now, by some miracle, I've been able to do it all over again, and so now we have this yield generating asset, which, by the way, generates the best appreciating asset in the world. Wow, you invented an asset that actually generates the best appreciating asset in the world? Where do I sign? Okay. It's only round two, as in the cheapest price was 1 BNB. Now the next to best cheapest price is 2 BNB. That happened in 30 days. Less than 30 days. Principal value doubled in less than 30 days. That's 100% increase, a 2x, less than 30 days. I think the NFTs might be outperforming Elephant in terms of price appreciation. And they generate Elephant. Okay? So you might just be super early for what? The NFTs. You're super early for the NFTs. That's what's going on here. You're super early for the NFTs. Just like people who bought Elephant a little over a year ago, they were super early for Elephant, the best performing asset for the past 2 years. You're early, dummy. Let me say it one more time. If you're bitching about the NFTs, it's because you're early. And early is how you win in investing. You want to be early for Apple. You want to be early for Tesla. You want to be early for AMD. You want to be early for NVIDIA. You want to be early for Disney. Early, 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 early. Should I go on? You're early. Billion-dollar businesses have more than 30,000 customers. I'll say it one more time. Billion-dollar businesses have more than 30,000 customers. And definitely trillion-dollar businesses have more than 30,000 customers. In our case, we're the owners and the customers at the same time. This is a financial cooperative, but we do need the numbers to back it up. The whole ecosystem works better when we have the numbers to back it up. It's called the herd for a reason. So each one teach one, and let's not get too caught up in numbers that are derivatives of what matters most. What matters most is the participation in the herd. Each one teach one.